Alright, I'm going to try to convert an NBA Jam that I had into a Mortal Kombat 2. A couple things you have to do. There'll be a Mortal Kombat 2 with the 8-bit ROMs. These right here. I'm sure you've seen some of the older models of MK2. Had the daughter board that like sat on top here upside down and connected. There's a couple things you have to do. I got all my resources from your MK arcade source. He's a real good dude. Check out his videos. But I had to change all the ROMs out, obviously. These are the 8-bit ROMs. If you have an old Mortal Kombat 2 board that's not working and you have working NBA Jam, if you want to switch it out, this is how you do it. You change all the ROMs. You make sure you change out this chip right here. It has to be the MK2 one. The one in the NBA Jams is not going to work for MK2. I'm not sure if you have to change this out. There are different revisions of this, but I changed it out anyway because, like I said, I had the dead board, so I just changed that out as well. A couple of things you have to do. Let's see if you can see it here. There are 4 little resistors right there. That's above the UJ14 and UG14. But if I could get in there close, you can see how it's the one to the left is soldered into the left, and the 3 others are soldered into the right. When you switch that out, you have to switch to, it has to be completely opposite. So that one on the left has to be switched to the right, and these 3 have to be switched to the left. Alright, otherwise you'll get, when you boot it up, like when I boot this up now, I get these are all red ROMs, and you know, it doesn't work. It has graphic issues. So once I switch those out, again, it's these little resistors in here. There's 4 of them. Everything should boot up. All right, so I'm just gonna desolder these, remove them, and just move them over to the opposite where they are now. We'll see how it works. Maybe we'll get lucky. You know, it's the first time I'm trying this. Like I said, your MK arcade source it's a great resource for. He knows all things at MK. So we'll see what happens. I have a couple NBA Jam boards already, a couple Tournament Edition as well. So I figured, I might as well take one of them and play around with it. I'm going to cut here, and then we'll see what happens after I solder it all in. Alright. Okay, I finished with the solder. You can see I moved the resistors. This one I moved to the right. This one to the left. This one to the left. And this one to the left. In addition to that, again, I put the 8-bit ROMs, switched out all for MK2. I switched out, I believe this is called the GAL chip. And I don't know if it makes a difference, but it's a higher revision. I switched this out as well with my dead Mortal Kombat 2 board that I have. Again, this was an old NBA Jams board. I'm going to plug it in, see what happens. So I came across a little issue in converting this board. Everything worked good with the actual resistors here that I had to change out. The 4 resistors. This was the NBA Jam, and similar with Mortal Kombat 1. What they did is they actually had this resistor to the left, this one to the right, to the right, and to the right. And you'll see what I'm talking about. When you actually get one of these boards, you'll see there's like little holes that there's a left or a right position. So I switched that out, no problem. I switched out this chip right here. It needs to be a Mortal Kombat 2 chip to convert it. And the problem I had was with this one right here. I changed it out, but when I took it out, these are a pain in the butt to take out. Even with the proper tools, sometimes it's a pain. But I took the chip out, and when I did, I must have bent some of the little feet on the chip itself. So when I put it back in, everything started to boot up right, but I was getting the ROM errors on these 4 chips right here. That was because of I'm assuming because it was the bent feet on here. So I ripped that old chip out. I had another spare one laying around, made sure everything was squared away. I put it in there, and we're going to test it up, see what we got. Alright, I'm going to cut here, I'm going to plug it into the machine, and see what we got. So I have my NBA Jam board, or formerly NBA Jam board, and now it's a Mortal Kombat 2 converted. In my Killer Instinct cabinet, I have a 6-in-1 switcher. So let's see if we have any luck. Hopefully we get all green ROMs. And there's not going to be any sound because I don't have the soundboard hooked up, but I'm just testing this out, see if the board works. There you go. Change some credits, see what we got. Looks good. Check out the service menu. Alright, so I'm going to cut here. I'll bring back the board. I'll show you the things you need to replace to make your NBA Jam into a Mortal Kombat 2. Obviously, value-wise, it's a little bit of work, but value-wise, a full set of Mortal Kombat 2 go for anywhere between $130 to $160. NBA Jam, you're lucky to get $100 for a complete set. Alright. And finishing up here, just what you need to convert your NBA Jam into Mortal Kombat 2. You need all the ROMs, 8-bit ROMs for Mortal Kombat 2. You can't have the 4-bit ones. The 4-bit ones, you need that daughter board. So the 8-bit ROMs. Alright. You would also have to change out these 4 resistors. And you'll see when you get the board. The 4 resistors right here. The first one's going to be on the left side. You need to move that to the right. And the last 3 you have to move to the left to change that out from NBA Jam to a Mortal Kombat 2. Additionally, you have to change out this PAL chip right here. It won't work without this correct PAL chip. It'll be A-17748. That's the one for Mortal Kombat 2. And I also changed out, I didn't try it without changing it, but I also changed out this chip as well. Alright, so all the chips, all the EPROMs, 8-bit EPROMs, Mortal Kombat, move the 4 resistors, this PAL chip, and this chip. A little bit of work, took me maybe half hour total. If you have a dead Mortal Kombat 2 8-bit board laying around, you want to change that to NBA Jam, it's not hard to do at all. Alright, if you have any questions, just shoot me a message. Thanks.